You're welcome. StreamYard says that Mr. Abundance, you are live. I want to greet the entire body of Tiashan, today being the 19th of March, 2023. And we will try and do this quick so that probably in 30 minutes we should be able to conclude, because we want people to be able to watch this audio. All right, so we spoke about the update where TACC Exchange, TACC Mobile Wallet is concerned, and also TACC Diaspora City. It has been a journey since 2019 that saw the initiation or the birth of an idea that actually delivered in 2021. And so we are very happy and delighted that we have come this far with all the turbulences that we have experienced, known and unknown to the community. We continue to go uphill. And I think that we are at the most critical juncture of tax operation, because what we are doing, no other company within the crypto space and out of the crypto space, or we say traditional businesses, are doing. None of them. A matter of fact, one of them copied our school adoption in Antigua, the ability to create a financial foundation. That's what we're doing. It's not about Mr. Abundance. It's not about you. It is the ability to leave a legacy, your ability to change lives. That's what it's all about. And so let's look at our mobile app. The latest update with the mobile app is that we are actually concluding in terms of the payment gateway, called the payment gateway that we were using no longer serve in the country that we registered it. And this is something that Tiasha needs to understand, that every day the crypto space and the ability to access services is getting smaller and smaller, because we are giving the elites too much time to learn the system. And so they are targeting, right now, they're targeting exchanges around the globe. Because if we can bring down all the exchanges, it means that we will have no mechanism for appreciation of the crypto that we have now. We are giving the elites too much time, and they realize that we are fighting each other while they are planning for us. And so the mobile wallet, we had promised by the first week, that was in March, the second week, we should have had a handover of both Android and the iOS wallet. But we now find ourselves that the gateway that we were using no longer supports. So we're looking at maybe another week or two, before we can get that fixed. So I think in April, we will see a lot of our things that, should be completed. So that's with the mobile app. But it's been, developed. As I mentioned before, there were like some tension and some misunderstanding. But I think, everybody now come to their senses. With regards to the exchange, also the exchange, we had some lull moments, moments of unproductiveness that was going on. But as I'm placed in the forum this week, the apology from the developers. I think new management took over certain position. And so they're now trying to, make the wrong right. And so I met with the person responsible for the operation. It has been, smooth sailing. So hopefully, again, by April, I cannot give a definite date in April, we should see the completion of the exchange. Having completed the exchange, it's another thing to operate the exchange, because a lot of you would have had the real experience of what happened to what's that coin there in that went down before FTX. FTX, problem was very huge, and many are pointing on Binance to be next. Actually, you see, so we have to be able to secure people funds. It's not just put money on exchange, put coin on exchange. We need to be patient. We have not had any major scandal of losses in TACC. Those losses that we have experienced is persons who gave their private password to people, or person that they would have trusted to create the account. When they created the account, they went back into those accounts and take out their coins. That is what we have had. And the only major thing we had was with Alex, and his name is on our website. And trust me, they will not get away. I don't care who it is. A matter of fact, if those developers in Kenya with the wallet did not make it right, they will be listed. They would have been the next one. I was just being patient because they're already getting paid. And so the exchange, all goes well. We should have it completed in April. The Diaspora City, I sent out the portfolio, and persons have interest, and they should seek also to have interest. We have no issues with that. But I will also, an email will be sent out, or we will create a WhatsApp group and ask interesting person to join, so that we can be selective, because we have already received the recommended policy that was submitted to us by the small committee. It has been handed back to the large committee for the critique, suggestion. And so by this weekend, I believe we will wrap up all the necessary suggestions, so that we can now turn that over to the shadow cabinet for further ratification and implementation. What is going to happen is very critical from here. We have already identified 3 to 4 locations, again, where TACC City can be. We are also putting into place what are the projects that we will commence first, because TACC City is going to be a self-sustained city. It's just like your country. We're going to be self-sustained. A matter of fact, even more self-sustained than your country, because a lot of the things that your country or the countries that will now live in are importing, TACC will be exporting. we will be exporting. We will have no business to be importing toilet paper, soap, Clorox, Dettol, toothbrushes, rice, sugar, flour, cornmeal, banana, cassava, pork, eggs. No, we have no business of importing these things into the city. No business importing these things to the city. So what TACC City will do, it will industrialize. It will create a standard, because except you are an industrialized nation or a city, you will ever be begging for aid. And so we will look at what areas that we need to go into. And I know one of the first areas or portfolio that will be very active is one of agriculture. Commissary of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries. That portfolio would be very active. Not all the portfolios will come into play at once, but there are portfolios that will be in effect from the commencement of the city. Infrastructure, Commissary of Infrastructure and Transportation, Commissary of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries. So these, and by the way, while I'm here, let me run down the portfolios. But again, I just want the TACC community to know that we are the ones who are building the city. We don't need any aid from nobody. We don't need any aid from nobody. We are more than sufficient. We are more than numbers. And so what we need to look, because TACC coins is just the medium of which will give us surplus in terms of wealth creation, because the very city itself, based on what we intend to do, will create its own wealth. So we are going traditional and we are going crypto. That's it. You talk about wealth, you talk about having money, enough that you don't know what to do with it. There's no scarcity of money. There's no lack of money. The problem that we're having is that we are not united. That is our problem. Our problem is the ability to be meaningful specifics. Our ability to work together for a common goal. Our ability to have patience. To be able to look beyond our situation. I know it's not easy. The economy around the world are crumbling. Just to keep food on your table, to keep your children in school, to give them 3 meals a day, to keep up with their school fees, to keep up with the house rent. You know the amount of families are in distress around the globe, even in America, developing countries. I know the realities. And so how do we move from that? Because we have had that from since you and I were born. We have been living in scarcity. So we're looking, as I mentioned before, how do we create perpetual income for our pioneering brothers and sisters, our investors? Because this is not money for TACC anymore. TACC will come very scarce. As a matter of fact, TACC will be accepted 100% in the city. Our mandate is to legalize TACC as a legal tender, that anything that we produce in the city should be able to be purchased with TACC and the currency of that country. And the things that we need in the city, we need to create it. We need to make it. In other words, for example, steel, iron. We have resources in the land to make iron. Why should we buy iron? We will need a lot of iron. We will need cement, blocks, lumber. We shall not import those things. Those things must be manufactured in the city. We're talking about creating jobs and opportunity. We have to do it right. And so we will look at certain things that we can start with to be able to generate funds to help build the city. But of course, we need to decide on what we need to get started and to rally around that amount of investment and be able to turn that over to expand the city. That is it. So we must have a business model. And so if it is poultry, what do we need? If it is growing pumpkin, cassava, tomato, edos, pepper, what do we need? Irrigation, what do we need? What quantity do we need? How much land do we need to put under agriculture now? Infrastructure, what facility do we need to accommodate or to facilitate, to support agriculture? Healthcare, what do we need? Transportation, to be able to bring these things to market. For example, as I said, and one of you should look it up there, how much rice is imported by Liberia, by Sierra Leone, by Ghana, by Nigeria, by Cameroon? Look and tell abundance. These are all countries in the ECOWAS nation that we should be able to produce and distribute. There's no shortage of money. What we have is shortness of ideas. That's what we have, shortness of thinking. And so we are looking at the different packages, of which the shadow cabinet will be looking at very shortly. The appointments for the shadow cabinet will begin next week, and also the shadow cabinet commissary of agriculture, he will have to present an organizational chart for his ministry to be able to identify the key position within that ministry that he will need, the technocrats. So every portfolio must have a chart, an organizational chart, to show the different areas, because everything will be in order. This is there will be no confusion. There will be absolutely no confusion. And so, as I mentioned before, the availability of the lands is no issue. That is the least of our concern. And that is why we have to come up with policies to be able to partner and reward those that we are purchasing the lands from, because we are purchasing, we're not leasing. All these lands will be bought by TACC. And so that is why we're able to make our policies, our economic policies, our foreign policies. It's very, 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 very critical. And so this year is going to be a very a big year for us. And so let me wow, you know, I have not done this thing for a while. I'm not even seeing where it's saying share my screen. Let me see something here. I'm looking where you say you know, abundance, you're really rusty with this thing. You have not had okay, it's not, I don't even see it too. Anyhow, all right, so what we have here as cabinet members, the chief elder is like, you know, your governor of your city or your state, like the prime minister of a country or the president of a country. That will be the role of the chief elder, the deputy chief elder. Then you have chief of staff, the cabinet secretary. Then we have commissary of foreign affairs and labor. The oversight function will be foreign affairs, immigration, labor, intercontinental affairs, and Afro diaspora integration. Because it's very important that we cover the whole diaspora. Commissary of agriculture, lands and fisheries, oversight function, lands, urban, rural development, food production, that should be food security, forestry, oceans, and fisheries. Commissary of social services, ecclesiastical and gender affairs, oversight function, gender affairs, ecclesiastical, child protection and welfare, people with disability, and veteran. Commissary of infrastructure and transportation, oversight function, utility, public parks, public amenities, amusement, logistics, aviation, and transportation. Commissary of mines and power, oversight function, energy, exploration, mining, refining, railways, oil, gas, exportation. Commissary of housing and development, oversight, town planning, housing, beautification, city planning and design. Commissary of planning, research and digital economy, oversight, science and technology, cryptocurrency, research, artificial intelligence, and e-commerce and global warming. Commissary of finance, oversight function, financial policies, budgets, controls and regulation, procurement and disbursement. Commissary of tourism, youth, sports and culture, oversight function, arts, culture, youth and sports, yachting, gaming, cultural events and exhibition. That is the Commissary of Tourism, Youth, Sports and Culture. We also have Commissary of Interior, oversight function, internal and external defense, security, police, Coast Guard, legal and military. Commissary of Business Development, industries, trade and commerce, oversight function, business innovation and regulation, small businesses, investment, trade, strategic, public and private partnership. Commissary of Human Resources, and Social Security and Indigenous Services Oversight Function, Human Resources, Development, Training, Chieftaincy, Social Security, General Working Condition and Policies. Commissary, Public Administration and Safety Oversight Function, Public Safety, Judiciary, Public Administration and Social Order. Commissary of Education and Communication, Oversight Function, Information, Media, Communication and Educational Policies. Health, Commissary of Health and Environment, Oversight Function, Health, Sanitation and Wellness. Commissary of Legal, Constitutional and Justice Affairs, Oversight Function, Legal, Justice, Parliamentary and Constitutional Affairs. So those will be the areas of the portfolios that we will start with this week. And as I said before, that we are looking to break grounds very soon. And of course, the small committee has already submitted their findings and recommendation to the large committee. Then return that to the shadow cabinet. So we can begin to look at certain areas and to create a specific budget to facilitate the commencement and the groundbreaking ceremony of the city. As I mentioned before, TACC continues to go uphill because in that city, anything that is being manufactured in that city will be purchased with TACC 100%. You're building a house, we're making our gravel, and we have sand because we are on a coastline. We will make our own cement. We will have our own cement plant. We will create our own cement, and we will also export cement. We will make our own blocks, and we will also export our blocks. I told you the city will be self-contained. We should not import anything into that city that we do not have to. And so that is why we are going to concentrate on one and two things and make sure we get it right. And as we get those right, then we expand. It's very, very critical. So I want to thank all of you. Let me, and also you can add your own comments. Let me go to the comment section. Greetings from Nigeria. TACC is the hope of mankind. Thank you very much. Moses, city will be massive. Indeed. Welcome, Chief Abundance. You're welcome. And it would be nice if I know where you're from, Mr. Wonder. Okay. Stefan, Nazareth will wonder for not bagging more TACC coins. That is correct, because that is when you will understand. That is when the Tiashan will understand when we say to you, hold your coins. Do not sell your coins for 3 and 4 cents when the day cometh, which is nigh, when those same coins will be at 30, 50, 60, even 100,000, with all of us being meaningful specifics. And as it is right now, I've already engaged, as I mentioned before, how can we appreciate and stabilize the basic value of TACC. For example, I mentioned about pegging. Pegging may not be the right word to use because we are not a stable coin, but the system can be programmed in a way that TACC does not drop below whether $1, $2, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, 10,000. The system can be programmed that way, that the minimum that TACC can ever be is whether we want to put it at 5 cents, $5, $500, $5,000. I've already gone through with that conversation. And so I am saying to the global community of TACC, hold your coin, because you will need it in the city. Those that will be employers in the city are those who are bagging the coins now. Those who will be banking the city are those who understand what we're doing now. You see, Bitcoin should have taught us a lesson, but it seems it has not taught us anything. We want to repeat the same mistake as Bitcoin did. As it seems like we want to repeat the same mistake as Bitcoin did, so that who will learn from us? We want to be what we want to do. We want to be a case study of failures. Is that what we want? With all of the experience that we have. Greetings to Chief Abundance and the entire house of TACC. Always grateful to God, all he's doing for us. TACC is a done deal, watching from Nigeria. Thank you very much. Our Director of Training, Blessing Alu, our admin here from Ghana. Good evening, morning, afternoon to all watching from Ghana. Thank you very much. Eudofia Akpan, good evening, Chief Abundance. And to all the TACC in the house, good evening, Mr. Akpan. I hope I'm also hearing from my people from the US and also from Europe, especially from the UK. Hello, global community of TACC, and Mr. Thomas Scholar, you're very much welcome. One Love Brother Chief Abundance, you're welcome. Redemption. We also have here from our National Executive Coordinator out of Ghana, Mr. Francis Lomase. Greetings to our great CEO. Global community of TACC. Is a great time to be alive, to witness the great change in our history. Francis, thank you very much, our director there. We also have good evening to all, Chief Abundance and community of TACC in the house, Mr. Unisa Uwalu. I did not name you. We also have our Princess Diana, who is our regional director for the Caribbean, who also chaired the small committee that submitted her policy to the large committee. Madam McDonald, thank you very much for the job that you did, and with your committee, well done. Good evening from Ghana. We are very hopeful. Mr. Jacob, you're welcome. We also have, it seems like Ghana is overtaking TACC. It seems like Ghana is overtaking. It used to be Nigeria, at one time Cameroon, Togo, but it seems like Ghana is taking over. And I've always said taking over is allowed. Madam Esther from Abuja, Nigeria, well done, sir. God will continue to. Thank you very much, Madam Esther Joseph. Also, we have our director for the French territories and our translator, Mr. N4. Greetings, honorable community of TACC from France. Thank you very much, sir. Honorable Stefan Osomte Teye, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, vision of creating Heaven City inside Africa is coming to pass. We have to do it. We don't have a choice. The time has come. We are more intelligent. We have more information. We are more knowledgeable than our forefathers. What fiat, what the World Bank and the IMF can do for your country development, the monies that they will give you with the new technology, with cryptocurrency, the thing that they will allow you to accomplish in 5-10 years, we will be able to do it in weeks using blockchain and cryptocurrency. That is what they're afraid of. That is why they want control. That is why they want control over cryptocurrency. Because can you imagine you having bought 5 TACC for less than 25 cents. TACC goes to 10,000. That's 5 times 10,000. That is 50,000. And the good thing about it, if we are smart, we can do it in 24 hours. There's nothing that is preventing TACC from goes to 50,000 today, except you. But we don't know it. We don't know it. Very simple. There's nothing that is holding you back from realizing. We often say to you, but I don't think you're understanding what we're saying, because you're looking for work. You're looking for sweat. You're looking for insults. You're looking to beg somebody for what has been given into it. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than a time of opportunity and abundance has visited you, but you don't know. There is nothing worse than that. And many in the TACC community can attest to what I've just said. Prince, our regional director for Europe, his blessing came 11 years ago in abundance, but he could not discern it. He did not know. His time came. And opportunities does not stick around for you to understand it. Opportunities and abundance do not stick around for you to figure it out. Opportunities and prosperity does not wait for you to go and pray and fast and think about it. It does not wait for you. It does not. And this is the period that we're in. Abundance has visited you, but you still do not know it. There is nothing worse than your abundance has visited you, but you don't know. Thank you very much, our director out there out of the US, Madam Marie St. Just from the US. She's our national coordinator over there. Mr. Ainsley Brown, welcome everyone to our liberation. I want to thank you, very ardent supporter of TACC and an ambassador. I think, we should give Mr. Ainsley the title of ambassador. Ambassador to where? I'm not too sure. To Jamaica? We have a Caribbean. Do we have a Caribbean ambassador? I don't think so. Yeah, we have a youth ambassador there. All right, thank you very much. When you see people that are focused and dedicated, meaningful specifics, because we have a lot of wandering generality in this forum. Our Caribbean youth ambassador there, Nakiba James, thank you for your training of yesterday. Greetings to the global community and Chief Abundance. TACC to the world. Thank you very much. Greetings to the honorable community of TACC from Cameroon. Thank you very much. Cameroon, you're alive. Chemaba Enoch Natam. I hope I pronounce your name. Thomas Kohler from Central Nigeria, you're welcome. Professor, peace, shalom, from Shiverport, by the way, of Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. Is that Los Angeles? TACC is going uphill. Thank you very much. Peace, shalom, assalam, alaikum, from Shiverport by way of Baton Rouge. All right. I think that is our professor over there. You're welcome, sir. Michael Barrow, Antigua and Barbuda, talk to the world, speeding uphill. You're welcome. You know, Antigua and Barbuda is my country of birth. I've done many things in that country. I am also very well known in that country. A lot of you, and that is why I can speak like that. You have a lot of people, they cannot speak, say where they're from, they're hiding. A lot of you that work at Jolly Beach, I've trained a lot of you from nothing and create managers out of you. Some of you leave Jolly Beach from under my management and you go places and become managers. Williams Tire World at Golden Grove, a lot of you were my customers in the Seventh Adventist Church. I've held many positions to the top. So I'm proud of my past in my country. I can speak to those things. I was also the leader of the Progressive Youth Movement in Antigua and Barbuda. I also give birth to politicians who have contested on both national parties. My name is there. Abundance is not running from anything. I'm not running from my past. I have a very colorful and productive past, but my best years are still yet to come until I see the unification of Africa, one currency, one military, one parliament, one president, one system. Until I see that, my purpose would have not yet fulfilled. And so that is my purpose. I'm running from nothing. You have people in the forum with their small talk. Small talk. TACC has scammed us. This run away with money. This one away. Who are they speaking to? They do they know the magnitude of what is before us? We cannot entertain we can't entertain small talk anymore. We have been thinking too small. And whatever you think you produce in your life. That is why our first theme in TACC was think big. Think big. Then followed by dream and become. Then we have speaking in one voice. And here we have in 2023, our year of abundance. It's time enough for us to put away the small talk. Think big. Speak big. We are the ones that the world has been waiting for. We are the ones that the world has been waiting for. This is it. There will not be another. This is it. No, I am on my live broadcast, Princess. Yes. So we don't want to talk it anymore. We have tired of talking that which we want to become. That is why what we cannot accomplish outside of the city will be done inside of the city. When you manufacture your cars, when you are creating our own lumber, timber, stones, cement blocks, steel, PVC, when we are creating our own things, some of you will not have enough TACC to buy, to build. Hotels, skyscrapers, into transportation, cruise line. A lot of you in TACC right now, you can buy helicopter. You can own your own private jet, your own yacht. You have enough coins when TACC will become. But some of you cannot wait because this have never been done. Because those who you put in offices elected, they're not worrying about you. They're worrying about how much they can take for themselves. That is their major concern. How much they can bag in their pockets. They're not worrying about health care, state-of-the-art university. And listen to me, I can say to the global community of TACC, when we finish with TACC Diaspora City, every president in Africa will come to us for medical attention. All the who knows who will come to TACC Diaspora City for attention. And we will not accept nothing but TACC. When they come with their money, they must change it. They must change it and pay us in TACC. That's it. But we have to do it. We must build a city of at least 5 to 10 million people. That's it. A city, and all those coins, one TACC, one youth, one TACC. The city is for them. If we as adults don't understand crypto, your children will come and understand it. And they will be the employers. I said when we are finished with TACC Diaspora City, you should not need visa to go to any other country. A matter of fact, they will need visa to enter the city. You that live in America and Canada, Europe, Singapore, Switzerland, you're taking visas from us. You want us because of our color of our skin and because we are ignorant and selfish and divided. You're taking advantage of that. Some of you, how many times you get turned down? You can't even count it. Some of you get a visa, it's 3 weeks, 1 month, 1 year. What nonsense. I can go to Europe, no visa. Canada, I went there, no visa. America, we don't care for it. I told already, my son had a 10-year visa and he never gone to America one day. We don't care. I said, Americans, you will need visa to come into that city. That city will be the envy. But you all are taking advantage of our disunity and our ignorance. That is it. We are very ignorant. We are illiterate to what we can do with unity. Look at the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel, were they doing anything correct? They were disobeying. They were going against the infinite demand that when you see rain, I will set a bow in the cloud to remind you that there shall not be another flood. But they say, oh, we don't believe this man. No. Let us go and build a tower. And trust me, they would have done it. Unity, that's what it does. 1874 and 1877 and 78 brought the unification of what we now happening in Africa. The demise of Africa. The selling up and the division of Africa. We are now feeding it. Unity of evil. Unity does not respect anybody. All right, so let me run now because I really want to finish this thing within the hour. Indeed, with arrangement and a proposal, life will be glorious. Thank you very much there. All right, we're winding down. I think I saw the ambassador also there. Ambassador, you're there now.
Yes, Chief. Good evening.
Top of the day, talk to the world. David Benta, you're welcome. We also have good afternoon, Chief Ainsley from New York. Thank you very much, Mr. Ainsley. Mr. Derek Benta, greeting Mr. Bon from Antigua. Okay, you're from Antigua, Mr. Benta. You're welcome. That's why. They are there from Antigua. I'm from Antigua. You know, a lot of people their record is so bad that they have to disguise. I'm from Old Road. I'm a Josiah. I'm a Caleb. I'm a Southwell. And my Williams come from Liberta. Ernest, Liberta, and Sweets. Grace Farm. My Williams. I'm a Southwell. All the Southwells are related. And they connected to the Jubilee, to the oh Lord. Anyhow, this is not. I'm just trying to let the global community know. I'm not running from my past. I'm not running from my past. Mr. Bernard, thank you very much. Out of where Bernard, where you from again? Who is it? Togo, I believe. Yes, thank you very much. Good evening, house. Good evening, great CEO. More wisdom and grace, Lord, upon you. TACC is going up here. Thank you very much, Olifemi. Blessed is the one that stands for his or her people. Kofi, you're welcome. Greetings from Ghana in the Oti region. Thank you very much. CEO, we bless you. David, you're welcome. We're running out of time, folks. Good evening, house. Great job, abundance from Ghana. I tell you, Ghana is taking over. Greetings to Mr. Abundance, the global community of TACC is a great project that is going on in the world. Emmanuel Dio, thank you very much. Mr. Emmanuel from Nigeria, you're welcome. TACC is my primary hope. You're welcome there. My only mentor, Chief Abundance, Martin Sunday. You're welcome. Yes, I think we're coming down to the ending now. Good evening, watching from Ghana. You're welcome, Mr. Isaac Otiwe. Good evening, Lady Tanis here, watching from Trinidad. Thank you very much, Arlene. Tanis from Trinidad, you're welcome. Trinidad, the Caribbean is being represented. God is helping Africa through TACC. Thank you very much, Mr. Solomon. Mr. Chief, your broadcast today is groundbreaking, another epic one. Thank you very much. You're welcome. And that is where Ambassador, are you there?
Yes, Chief. Sorry, I can't move my photos. My
no
photo
problem.
on the, yes.
Greet the house.
Yes, but I was at the beginning of the broadcast to the end. I watched everything.
Okay.
Yes, and I would like to emphasize on the aspect of unity because I've been talking about it in my broadcast, and I would just like to remind us that just like you say, unity has no respect. It doesn't matter what you want to do, whether it's good or bad. It's just like the law of electricity. You know, the founder of electricity was killed by electricity because it doesn't respect anybody. If you touch electricity, it shocks you. That is the power of unity. When it comes to our survival as a people, what is keeping us from not achieving our real potential is that unity. You know, in Africa we have more than 1,000 ethnic tribes, and people are capitalizing on that tribalism to divide us. And not just that, Africans were dealing with the problem of tribalism, then came religion. So these things, we are dealing with a lot of problems here. We have to put our survival first. Our survival has to be paramount, otherwise we'll be extinct. It's no myth. We can be extinct from this world. Do not take this for granted. People think it's a joke when you tell them people can go extinct. It's not a joke. People can go extinct. The world are against us. We have to wake up. Unity has to be our key word. When it comes to our survival, we have to say no. We'll definitely have one issue here and there. We'll fight one another here and there. But when it comes to our survivors as a race, as a species, we must unite. We must unite. That is the key word. I won't say much, Chief. Thank you very much. Thank you, the entire global community of TACC, for the audience. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome, our Global Youth Ambassador and Acting Chief of Staff. On the point of unity, and unity is a principle, just like gravity. You know, gravity does not care what title, position you hold. Gravity doesn't care whether you're tall, you're short, you're slim, you're fat. It doesn't care whether you wear glasses, no glasses, coat, no coat, shoes, no shoes. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter which country you were born. If you go on a 10-story building and jump, you will only go one way,
Mhm.
only down. That's the principle of gravity.
Yes.
And so, what is the principle of wealth creation? Unity. That's first. That's the first principle of wealth creation. Why you think the Jews are so successful? Because they are united behind of a vision. You see where we're going? You
Mhm.
must show the vision and
Mhm.
make it clear so that you can be united behind it.
Mhm.
TACC has given us a platform to transform and to create enormous wealth. We can create more money than we can ever spend in our lifetime. But at the
Absolutely.
same time, we can remain in abject poverty throughout our lifetime. We
Mhm.
have a choice. You have a choice to remain and look to the same people that you have looked for the past 500 years, or you can decide to step out of the lane, step into something new, step into something different, step into a path that you do not know. At least you will create something that you have never done because you would have done something that you have never did. That's it. You cannot create something that you have never done using the same thing. You will always get the same result. And so I want to thank the global community of Tiashans. I think that we're good here. So let me exit this screen. Thank you very much, those of you who are still writing. Good evening, I'm Thomas from Ghana. Thank you, Unity Africa. That's all we need, unity, unity. Trinidad and Tobago for TACC. Thank you very much. I know Trinidad is very good when it comes to networking. But I think we have to look at the leadership in Trinidad, the leadership structure. We might need to do some leadership because TACC will not continue like this. I can tell you. Wow, unity is the first principle of wealth creation. Chief abundance. This will sink into my subconscious mind. But it is true. Even the Bible says a house that is divided cannot stand. You see the ant, the infinite say, as insignificant as the ant, as insignificant as the ant. He's telling us that have five senses. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. In other words, thou ignorant. Go to the ants that doesn't have no sense. Consider their ways, how they gather their food in summer. That's the infinite speaking to the infinito. Is the infinite speaking to the infinite? Go to the ant, thou sluggard. And why I'm saying the infinite speaking to the infinite? Because we are gods. And to say, our Father, which art in heaven, the only thing that confuses us is the host that hosts the infinite, the flesh that hosts the infinite. But the infinite, oh, that's a whole different subject by itself for abundance. Don't even begin that, oh, because you will not finish here today. You will not finish that one day today. But suffice it to say that the infinite within you, that spirit that is within you, cannot die. That is the infinite. One of these days, I will just do that one. because some of you do not know who you are, and because you do not know who you are, you born, raise, work, and go through life as a nobody, not knowing when the script says greater is in you, that is more than that is in the world. You don't understand that one. Oh. When it says your temple is the host of the infinite, you don't understand that one. Oh. You don't understand that one. Oh. When it says that nothing is impossible to them that believe, you don't understand that one either. Oh. So I will take my time. And sometimes I don't even want to go there now, because I will scatter a lot of your faith. Oh. I will scatter a lot of you. Some of you will not even. Anyhow, abundance, stick to cryptocurrency. All right, so thank you very much. Let us end this thing today. It's already 1 hour, and the mission and the vision is what earned my trust. May Allah bless you, Chief Abundance, TACC leaders watching live from Ghana. I tell you, Ghana, you have really done. You have really took over. And for laughing, thank you very much, my leader, Global Youth Ambassador.
Yes, sir.
We have a work cut out to do this coming week. Once the submission, the large committee has already critique and give their suggestion. Then of course we need to start to put TACC cabinet, and a lot of persons are actually sending information to me. But you will either create a group, and so they can come together. So the different portfolio can harness, because at the end of the day, as I said, every portfolio you will need to create your own structure, organizational structure. Once you assign your portfolio, then that is your next thing, to create your organizational structure and to be able to invite technician within TACC community, outside of TACC community, to meet our needs. And so we want the best and the brightest of minds, because anything that we now consume, Ambassador, anything that we now see outside of the city will
Yes,
be
sir.
in the city, will be in the city. The computers, the telephone, the light bulb, anything that you see outside of TACC City will be made in TACC City, because we are the ones that can do it. We are knowledgeable. We will take our best and our brightest from Harvard, from Princeton, from Yale, from Columbia. We will take them from Cambridge, from Yale. We will take them, and we will bring them in the city where they belong. Where they
Right
belong.
on.
Nigeria, in Nigeria, there's a lot of engineers. There's a lot of developers.
ICT, telecommunication.
Yes, in Nigeria, we will bring them into the city. There is nothing that we will not make in that city. Tiashen, hold your tackle. Don't disgrace yourself. You're a foundation member. Don't make what was made to bless you curse you. Don't make people that just know about TACC hire you when you're supposed to be hiring people.
Have mercy.
I am giving you a warning. You're here from 2019, 2020. Don't make somebody coming from 2023 to hire you and your children when you have the opportunity to buy and hold. Just be patient. Bitcoin took nearly 9 years. 9 years to get recognition. Hold on to your coins. I said, curse poverty from your door. Remove poverty from your door. You think changing 500 years of generational lack is easy? You think it's going to be done overnight? You think this is a Ponzi and a scam? Do you think that you enter TACC today, tomorrow you want to become a millionaire? When some of you have worked for the Pharaoh system from since you're 18, now you're in your 70s, and you still have not gotten a breakthrough, but you want to be a billionaire in TACC, and you're not doing anything. You think TACC is a scam? We are not a scam. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And so I am giving you all. And this broadcast is live. It's been recorded. Many will see it. Your children will see it. And they will ask you, Ma, Dad, what did you do with your TACC? Did you not hear abundance? Did you not hear the Global Youth Ambassador? Did you not listen to the director of training? Have you not listened to that's what your children are going to say to you.
Right, don't Chief.
Don't be a curse. Be a blessing. Because you always have a choice to be a curse or a blessing. All right. And so let me just bring this to a close. Breaking, transforming generation. Thank you very much. Quickly, we move with speed of light. Thank you very much. From Ghana, thank you very much. Moving. Thank you very much. All right. So good evening, folks. Ambassador, again, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for being consistent and persistent at the same time.
Thank you, Chief.
You know, as I end this, I will end with Philosopher Gerda. Philosopher Gerda says, do not look at a man the way he is now. But I'm going to use TACC. Do not look at TACC the way she is now. You will only be disappointed. But look at TACC as the way she can be. And she will become what she should. That's it. Don't look at it as it is now. It will frustrate you. You know, a lot of projects that a lot of you now see in your country, when it started, it looked like it was impossible to complete. The places that people live today, you never thought that people will live there, even you yourself. When you were growing up, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, the community that you knew, it no longer exists. What do you think? Have you not learned from history, from your own community? The places that you thought people have never occupied. Today, there's skyscrapers there. Cities that you never thought is in existence today. What happened to us all? Are we without vision? Are we without common sense? Do we not have 5 senses like everybody? Does not blood run through our vein? Thank you very much, Ambassador. This is where I close. Thank you, Brother Aki. Oh, Brother Aki, yes. Thank you very much, sir. To continue to go up here. The God Almighty driver of the car, nothing can stop this traveling except the creator heaven. All right, so thank you again. We're going to end this broadcast here. I think we had a good time, 1 hour and 8 minutes. I think it's long, but it's also full of content. And it also, as our director of training said, there are a lot of breaking news in this one.